Yo, what is up? What is up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. We have a big game this weekend. We have a game in a couple days, ready to fucking go, ready to get this done with and fucking go get this win, get to the second round. We have a lot to look forward to, man, to see what offense we're going to see in this game, how this defense is going to answer. I mean, the 49er fans, the 49ers in general, this is not the matchup they wanted. This is not the matchup they fucking wanted going to the playoffs. They choke away that first seed against Seattle. They don't want this shit. They don't want it, But, are the Eagles going to make it easy? Are they going to make it hard on ourselves? Are they going to be conservative? Are they going to play one half of football? That's what I get worried about, Yeah. Yeah. And just to think, like, Jim Harbaugh has what, 13? I said this in my last video, which I kind of looked up and I was like, holy shit, it's kind of, first Nick Serriani, it's kind of nuts. I mean, Jim Harbaugh has like 13, I think he has like, 13 playoff wins in 18 years? Nick already has 9. Like, if they win the Super Bowl this year, like, Nick did that in 4 years. 5 years, realistically. Okay? And how Jim Harbaugh did it in fucking 18 years with that team. 13 wins. Which is kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Say hi to everybody in the chat. Let me just sprout this chat so I can see a lot more of it. What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well on this Friday. Hope everyone's doing good. We got Hell Bubbles. What's going on, buddy? Donnie says, sup, can't wait for tomorrow. Well, the game's Sunday. Sunday is the day, 4:30. Alfredo, the Eagles need to drop the new playoff hype video. Yeah, I wasn't even fucking thinking about that at all until just by you saying it. They haven't released a fucking thing at all. They haven't released anything. Hellbub says, I got a good feeling. Super Bowl bound. I gotta take it one game at a time, bro. I gotta take it one. They're very far away from a Super Bowl right now. They got a few games to play, and so we'll see. What's going on, Stu? How you doing, buddy? Halfway Crook, what's going on? 0-0 for everybody in the playoffs. Yeah, it's a new season, it's a new year. It's the playoffs, man. So, however they're gonna win pretty, they're gonna win ugly. As long as they win, that's all that matters, That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Why is this being weird? Let's see. Donald says, "What up, Joey? Happy New Year, Fly." Oh yeah, if I didn't say to everybody after. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, and had a good New Year. I hope everyone, hope everyone had a good holidays. By the way, I don't know if I said that to anybody, probably in a live stream. I don't think I did. When we got back, so. So yeah, I mean, look, I don't think this is the matchup the 49ers wanted in this game. 49ers have some injuries. Linebacker, they don't have Fred Warner. I know that Eric Kendricks, Kaiser White, I know they just signed. So linebacker, they're kind of a mess right now. Edge rusher, no Nick Bosa. You're looking at who else you got? Oh yeah, there's a new one actually today. There's actually, oh yeah, I was looking at this. I was actually looking at this just now. The Commanders actually hired a fucking OC, which I don't know who the fuck this guy is, honestly. Commanders are hiring former NFL QB rising assistant coach David Blow. Oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be a big one. David Blow to their new offensive coordinator. Lions showed real interest in Blow, and Washington acted fast to hire one of the NFL's youngest and brightest offensive minds. Big hire. I don't know. He's only been a coach for like 2 years. I mean, he hasn't usually 4 to 5 years and maybe get an OC job. This guy's only been coaching for 2 years. I mean, I think he's been an assistant. Maybe, I don't know what the fuck he's been. Honestly, I have no idea. So they got an OC really, really early. Really early. So, That's the news on that. This is a new one that actually came up the other day. No, today actually. 49ers start. This is a starting corner, Renardo Green. Okay, added late onto the injury report with a foot injury, is now questionable versus the Eagles. So now, if they're one of their starting corners can't play, they're hurt at linebacker. They don't have Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner. Going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. They obviously needed the fucking rest badly. Trent Williams practiced, but at a light practice the other day. So he might be playing his last game in San Francisco. Probably if we win it. Probably playing his last game. So I changed my name back? I don't know what your name was before. I don't even remember. Howard Crook says, I hope they Miami coach their next OC. He's dope. I like him. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, until we know what happens the rest of the playoffs, if the Eagles even have interest in getting rid of Patullo, I don't know. If the Eagles win it all, I don't think they're getting rid of either of those guys. I don't think Nick is going anywhere, regardless of if the Eagles are a one and done or if they win the rest of the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know. Alfred says, wish we had a new OC. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We will see. Okay, so fuck the playoffs. It's only going to lead to disappointment. We need McDaniels at OC. Yeah, look, until we play Sunday, once we play Sunday, I'll know the direction they're heading. They're in the playoffs now, so we got to give it a chance, as much as I'm not fond of this offense at all. And, not getting that second seed and obviously a week of rest, a week of rest isn't going to guarantee better play calling, but it's going to help you get a healthy roster, which the Eagles do have a healthy roster right now. They do have a healthy roster, which is good. So 21 out of 22 players, the only player that's not playing is Andrew Makuba. That's it. So you're healthy. You got Dean back that's playing this week. You got Lane Johnson. Lane looks really good practice wise. He looked Lane Johnson looked really good actually. He looked pretty damn good at practice. So need him back badly. So which is a good thing. Oh, Blaze. Oh, that was your Dave. Okay, now I remember. Yo, Uncensored, what's going on, buddy? He said, even if we win, we should fire Patullo. He sucks. Yeah. I don't know. How much? Really, it really depends on how they win these playoff games. To me, if they keep these teams around for a whole entire half and the Eagles have points on the board, or if they have a lead or something like that, I don't know what's going to happen. But I really don't want to play that. I don't really want to play like that at all. But I really don't want to play like that. But it is what it is. So. Deep says, "Where's your boy Philly?" No, we're not streaming anymore. So, Callie says, "Yo, Shake, what up, things? Is there what's up? Thing is there's a ton of head coach openings, so the chance that we land a prior head coach as OC is pretty slow." Well, Mike McDaniels ain't getting a head coaching job. Cliff Kingsbury ain't getting a head coaching job. Stefanski, I think, is trying to get a head coaching job. Stefanski just had an interview with the Ravens the other day. So I think Stefanski should go back to being an OC. I don't know why he's even trying to get a head coaching job, another head coaching job at this point. Stefanski's only best season with the Browns, I think, was 2023, and that was it. And really, other than that, I don't know. So the Ravens are going to take their sweet ass time for a while. I wouldn't say for that long because you really can't wait that long past February because you have free agency of March, you have the draft at April. But Kingsbury, I don't know if he's getting a head coaching job. I don't know. He's got a good reputation. Him and Jalen Hurts have a good relationship. I know that Washington had one of the, probably the easiest schedule in the league last year, but I thought Kingsbury did a pretty A pretty good job with Jaden Daniels, his rookie season. And as for him being a mobile quarterback, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just throwing names out there. I really don't know if that's going to be the case. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Louis says, would Mike McDaniel get a head coaching job after one season, though? I want someone slightly more long term. Well, no, he probably won't. No. I mean, if he just got fired, I don't know. I don't think Mike McDaniel is looking for another head coaching job. Stefanski, I'm kind of surprised that he's getting another head coaching job. When it comes to Mike McDaniels, I don't think so. But you don't have to worry about. I don't think you really have to worry about. I don't know. And yeah, they need somebody here for at least 2 years. At least 2 years, maybe 3 if they can get somebody for 3, and that's where I'm kind of at. But Deep says, Joey, I heard rumors you were going to give up the streaming. You're doing a good job and have a good thing. Who says I was giving up streaming? Who said that? Yo, Bobby, what's going on, buddy? So as the Giants interviewed Stefanski too. I hope they hire him. I didn't know they had an interview with him. Damn, he already went to. He already got 2. So Stefanski's not wasting any time. He's already got. So he already did or he's going to be doing the Ravens one as well. So, yo, what up, Speedy? What's going on, buddy? Okay, said we should pay McDaniel head coach money. The three best coaches on offense in the market is Harbaugh, McDaniel, and Kingsbury. Sorry, not Harbaugh, Stefanski. We should pay McDaniel head coach money. The 3 best coaches on offense in the market. Stefanski, McDaniel, and Kingsbury. Yeah, those are the 3 that are really out there right now. Those are the 3 that are really out there right now. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the Eagles have a whole playoff run to go through right now. I don't know if the Eagles still lost Kellen Moore after a Super Bowl fucking year. And Kellen Moore, it's going to take him probably like another 2 years at least to get that team back to where it should be when it comes to its financials, its cap, its everything. It's they need younger players. They're in I wouldn't say a rebuild, but it's kind of close to that. So seems like they have their quarterback now going into next year as of right now. So, we'll see what happens. Callie says, let me ask you this. We win the Super Bowl. Will KP do? We keep him? I mean, you shouldn't get rid of an OC after, winning a Super Bowl. Probably not. I mean, it really has to I have to be really swayed by this coaching staff by a Super Bowl win. I don't know. You shouldn't be firing anybody. You should be keeping guys in the building. And I'm not seeing Kevin Patullo get any head coaching interviews right now. So, which means a lot. Which means that we know, which we already know that this is off of Nick's philosophy. This is off of his play calling. We kind of know that already. Bobby said, I just have a feeling 49ers are getting dropped hard. Fangio wants that Seattle defense. Fangio watch what Seattle's defense last week. Oh, yeah. I mean, Seattle's defense, they shut them the fuck down. Shut them down. It was just to a point where even the 49ers defense, they couldn't even tackle in that game. They looked ultra sloppy in that fucking game. San Francisco looked really sloppy in that game. So, look, you have the 3 seed now. So, I think for the Eagles to have a second round home game, I think the Packers have to win. I think they have to win Saturday. I could be wrong. If the Packers win Saturday and the Eagles win Sunday, I think the Eagles will have a home game. I don't know if the Packers are going to win against Chicago just because, well, it's in Chicago, number one. Number two, Jordan Love hasn't even played in a couple weeks. Jordan Love hasn't played in 2 weeks, and that team has been garnishing injuries late as of right now, end of the season, regular season. So, kind of nuts, but That's why we wanted that second seed. That's why we wanted it. You know, we're gonna find out if being fully healthy is gonna fucking pay off in this. If it's gonna pay off because and the play calling's great, then great. You know, then I'm fucking happy. You know, good. You know, no, you really can't be mad at anybody. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to say? Like, if the Eagles play sloppy and they play it close, they play conservative, and they get away with it the next few games to that fucking Super Bowl, if they win that shit, but they play real fucking ugly, you know, what am I? You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? Say fire them all? You know, like you really can't. Um, that's where I'm at, really. Luis said that the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Are you getting rid of Patul? No, I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to. I just don't know. Like, I don't want to deal with any slow starts. And then if you win a Super Bowl this year with Patullo, then what? You go into 26, right? And then you should already kind of know that they have to look more dominating next year. They just have to look more dominating. I don't get how the last few years you take no fucking tape from Kellen Moore's playbook. I mean, you have everything fucking archived. You have every fucking game is archived. I don't get how they just drop a new fucking play sheet and they're just trying to figure it out. Like they have plays that they could use that they were successful. You know what I mean? That's what I just don't get that at all. Alfredo says, "Yeah, Joey, Packers have to win and we get a home game." Yeah, so you know if we got to play on the road in Chicago, we play on the road. The good thing is we already played against that team once already, so we're very familiar with them. So you know, very familiar. Our defense had one of the worst games against Chicago. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. One of the very barely even few games the defense played bad. You know. Hey, what's going on, Nina? How you doing? Run the ball with Saquon, Tank, and Hurts. Yeah, they got to run with Hurts. Got to add in some RPOs, play action under center. They got to get the short passing game going. They got to use middle of the field. They got to make that. And when it's third and short, you got to don't throw a fucking 50-yard pass outfield. Like you got 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, you run the fucking ball. Like run the ball. And to be honest, Nina, like I'm so upset about Tank Bigsby because they are fucking rotting him on the bench. They're completely rotting him. You know what I mean? Like Saquon gets hurt, he comes into games, and then he plays well. Not once, but twice, maybe 3 times. And then they never use him. He played so much in that last game that I was like, yeah, he won't even play in the playoffs. They weren't even worried about Bigsby's health. And they played him that much. It's like if they play a lot of people in the last preseason game, mostly if you have a lot of reps in the last preseason game, it means you're not going to make the team. And that's pretty much what it means. So when it comes to a game for seeding that the Eagles didn't really care about, and all they cared about was the health, and Bigsby played a lot in that game. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong, but I think Bigsby should be the number 2 back. Bigsby, I'm sorry, but he's got one more year left on his contract, and he's going to be cheap next year. You know what I mean? So you can have Bigsby for a whole nother year. I mean, how do you not want I mean, Shipley, I don't know. He's an okay kick returner. He's a very, Shipley is a very straight line fucking running back. He's very average straight line running back. I mean, in the receiving game, we've seen some good things for him, but from a running perspective, I'm not really a big fan, you know, unless I see more. I don't know. Dayton says run the ball. Remember that? This coach? Yeah. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. You want to pass twice? Not good. Not good at all. KSF said, if by the glory of the football gods we win the Super Bowl, we should sell Patul like a used car we need off the lot. Yeah, I don't know. If they win by a hair, if they win because of their talent, because realistically, guys, like they're winning because of fucking talent and this defense. You know, it's just that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I feel like the talent just overtakes a lot of what they're doing play calling wise. You know, and that's where I'm kind of at. Yo, Bobby, what's going on, man? They appreciate the super chat, buddy. He says, much respect. I appreciate your hard work. You do a great job, Joey. Have a drink on me, bro. I appreciate Bob. I appreciate, buddy. It means a lot. First super chat of the night. Thank you so much, man. Means a lot. EC, what's going on, buddy? He says saw Saquon soap right next to CMC soap at a Wally Mart today. Oh yeah, I actually have the Old Spice. My girlfriend actually got me the Old Spice Saquon Barkley edition for Christmas. It was actually I totally forgot that actually was out. And actually got me it. Actually smells really good too. So definitely get it. Eagles were playing many men at practice. We're going back to back. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, from what we're hearing from AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, there's like a different vibe this week. Apparently there's just the players are in this different mode this week, and that's good. That's good. That's good that players are excited, players are healthy, which is good. Offensive line needed it badly, as much as I didn't really. The only position group I wanted rest realistically was the offensive line, because they need it. They need it bad. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's not too much. It's you gotta just try for yourself. It's good stuff. Very good stuff. I don't know what else was. Oh yeah, Bryce Huff playing in this game. Well, he ain't gonna do much of anything. Bryce Huff will be playing in this game. I don't know why X has been freezing on me. I don't know why. It's being really weird. Okay, good. Everything's frozen. Why? Jesus Christ. That's really weird. Nate says, figured it was an omen. The Saquon on the pump released and the CMC did not. Someone been sampling. A friend said, well, can you only, you can only have been in a different mode at this time. They need to be in the same mood all the way through the Super Bowl. Well, yeah, I mean, this has to continue. I wish I could tell you what offense we're going to have in this fucking first game. I don't know what offense is going to show up in this first game. I wish I had the answer, but wish I had the answer. Don the Real Eagles fan for life. What's going on? Says we are going back to the Super Bowl. None of these teams in the NFC scare me, Joe. No, me neither. The Eagles have all the talent. They could dominate every fucking game. If they played through 4 quarters, they could dominate any team. The problem is this coaching staff is holding this fucking team back. You've already held them back out of a fucking second seed. So now potentially, you might have to play on the road twice this year. Which the Eagles have. I don't really have an issue with them playing on the road. I just don't want to go into a closed. I'd rather them play in cold weather and not. If they go to a team that plays in an enclosed area, whether it's a dome or something like that, that kind of that helps out the other team tremendously. I know. You're right. There's the NFC doesn't scare me. They really haven't scared me. We are in our own fucking way of things. Unfortunately, we are in our own fucking way. So, Don says, "Can I get a wrench, please, Fogglesfly?" Yeah, I don't really give out wrenches anymore because people have been blocking random people because of opinions, and I really don't even give out. I give out wrenches to people I've known a long, long time. I don't really give out wrenches anymore because I don't trust. I've had to reset my mods like 3-4 fucking times over the years, and I'm kind of done doing that now. So, not against you or anybody else, but people just been not doing the right thing when it comes to the wrenches. Nate says the good offense was this time last year. Unfortunately, we know it's possible. Just haven't seen it all. 18 weeks. Yeah. We know it's possible. We know that what they could do. It just depends on, how they do it. If you're just running plays to play them or you're not, I don't know. For me, it's you have a talented offensive roster that was handed to Patul on a silver platter, and it just seems like they are still in their own way. And they're not out of the habit of keeping teams around. Like you keep teams around in these halves of football games. You know, I'm just saying it straight up because I know they could win. I know they could win the whole thing. I know they can repeat, but this coaching staff is holding them back. Unfortunately, that's just where I am. I'm not trying to be negative about it or anything. I mean, I made a fucking video on, like I don't know why people have so much fucking tunnel vision. People are like people are like waving their pom poms on all the positives, but you have to think about the negatives too. You have to think of what if the Eagles do go one and done. What happens if the Eagles go one and done? What if they choke this game away? You know what I mean? You have to think of the other side of things. I always put everything into perspective through a different lens. I don't just think one thing and just, yeah, sure, I want them to win this game, but at the same time, it's like, what if they don't win it? And that's where I'm at. People are just like fucking hating on me because like I'm thinking about the negatives of, well, yeah. I mean, every decision I make in life, I say is, what are the positives of it? What are the negatives of what I'm doing with certain things I do in my life? I mean, everybody does that, Yo, what up, Jim? So what is good, Mr. Shakes? I don't see a team beating us as long as the offense can sustain drives and don't go 3 and out, even if we're not putting up a ton of points. Right. Sustain drives. You went down to Washington's fucking side of the field. You came out with no points. You came out with no fucking points twice, on that side. So yeah, it does get annoying. It does. I don't like to come out with no fucking points. We already have a kicker right now that hopefully is going to be good in the fucking playoffs. Hopefully Jake is in a different mode. I don't know how people blindly, and there's people that are like, oh, we won a Super Bowl last year. Like people will excuse the bad play calling just because we won a Super Bowl last year. So this is like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird behavior to me. I don't know. Yo, Ben, man, what's going on, buddy? I agree, Joey. Number one thing that worries is coaching. No offense and conservative play calling. Yeah. How does nobody worry about that? How does nobody get into a playoff game fucking worry about that? Like that's where I'm at. Like that's where I am at right now. It's not that I want them to lose. It's not that I don't think they could win. It's that this pattern just keeps fucking showing up over and over. If they play ugly throughout the playoffs and win, and they win it all, then great. You know what I mean? It sucks that we have to take fucking heart medication for it, which we're going to if that's how they want to play these fucking games, But that's that's where I'm kind of at with it. Honestly, I feel like fire KP. No matter what, I have seen enough of this trash call. Yeah, the only two good games you played this year through 4 quarters was the second Giants game and the game against the Raiders. Those are really the 2 fucking most complete games you had against 2 of the worst fucking teams in the league. Okay? I think they scored their most points through the Raiders, the first Commanders game and the fucking second Giants game. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, Nathan. Appreciate it, buddy. I'm always going to, I'm always going to. Like, I don't know why. I try my best to like. I gotta, I have to think of other things that could happen. Like, I can't just focus on one thing because if the Eagles lose this game, like, I won't even be fucking surprised. Like, I won't be shocked. Will I be pissed off? Sure, but like, I don't want it to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. Big. Oh, God. Big country. Joey, do you think they will call a lot of QB draws with Hurts? Yeah, I mean, another thing that's been missing some out of these games, too, is Hurts using his legs. And I'm not saying, like, recklessly where he gets hit so much, but there's other games where, like, yeah, there's games where even calling some of these audibles, like changing the fucking play and seeing something different and, having more control at the line of scrimmage. I like seeing Hurts do that a lot, too, but some of these QB design runs, if they can't account for Jalen Hurts, and it's man on man, I mean, fucking get the easy yards. Tanner McKee, remember Tanner McKee? Like, he extended the play, he went to his right, he had all this open field in front of him and still threw that contested ball to fucking Darius Cooper. He had all that fucking room in front of him to get a first down, and he still threw it. He was like an inch away from over the line of scrimmage, and he just, I mean, he would have been able to get the first down and fucking dive on the ground. He would have been fine, you know. Bobby with the super chat says, "Always got to think best or worst case scenario." Yeah, I have to. I literally have to, because I'm telling you, bro. Like, 2023 changed me. It fucking changed me mentally. That was some PTSD type shit. That was shit where every week that season I was like, a win is a win. A win is a win. I was saying that every week, not feeling like there was not a worry in the fucking world. And then the 49ers fucking exposed us and buried us and left us to die. And then we faced the Cowboys, lost against them. We lost the last 6 out of 7 games, made the wild card game, and the Eagles had, the one thing they had was time to fix everything. They had weeks, clinched the playoff berth, and they went to that wild card game. And I understand, you know, you had some injuries there, but they looked horrible. And that was an ultimate collapse, you know? It was an ultimate collapse. He says, "We are not guaranteed a Super Bowl with these pathetic offensive showings." No, nothing's guaranteed. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I always think both sides. I think about the positives and the negatives, you know? You play like this, you ain't having a Super Bowl like you had last year against KC. You ain't having no dominating performance like that, you know? Not saying this has to happen all the time. You're going to have close games. It's going to happen. But how many times have you choked games away this year? You know? A lot. You've done it a lot of times. Deep Voices, are you a fan of Harbaugh coaching this team? It's not even necessarily, I don't mind Nick's coaching as from a like tone setter perspective, or like, you know, a culture setter perspective, a tone setter perspective. It comes down to, like, I don't like how he has I don't like that offensive coordinators have to roll off what he does with his philosophy of the offense. I don't like it. Hire an OC that has full control of the offense. An OC that has full control. Nick could chime in, but that OC will have final say in everything with his game plan. Why do you think Kevin Patullo doesn't have any interviews right now for head coaching jobs? Why do you think that? Because he doesn't control the offense. He has the clipboard, but that's it. It's Brian Johnson 2.0. Patullo will fall on the sword at the end of the year, whether it's, you know, if it's a success, don't know if they keep him, or if they, you know, a one and done, if they lose in the second round, whatever the case may be. I don't know what they're going to do, you know, but Nick is the biggest problem, unfortunately. Biggest problem. He says season is the 23 is the reason why I look critically at every game the Eagles play. Yeah, and that's it's turned me into a different. It's really changed me how I look at the game now. Because 23 talent got us where we were. Talent only brought us so far until teams figured us out. And this year, teams have figured us out. From that 23 offense, from a passing perspective, was a lot better. From a running perspective, it was okay. But it still had its flaws. It still had its, you know, how do you say it? You know, teams figured us out. Nate said, I feel like Nick is just a human mouthpiece for our analytics computer actual head coach. Back to Julian Lurie's company. That's why it's so strange. And look, if they're going to use Julian Lurie and this analytics department, and they put so much into that, it's got to be thrown the fuck out. It's got to be thrown out. It works for specific things, but it doesn't work for fucking everything. I don't like holding 21-point leads, 13-point leads, and you just let teams. I mean, that Cowboys game pissed me off the fucking most. That Bears game fucking pissed. I mean, you went into after that Vikings game, it seemed like the Eagles were going in the right direction. They hit that fucking bye week 3 weeks later. Jesus, I mean, coming off that bye week was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Dead in the fucking. I don't know one team that doesn't have a completed pass in the second half. I don't know one team that doesn't get a fucking yard in the second half. There's no other team that would do that. If the Eagles have a 13-point lead in that Bills game, there is no other team out there that has only 19 yards of offense in the second half. I have never heard that shit. I have never heard. I have never. No other team out there would be in that position. I'm telling you. I've never seen that before. I've never heard of a team doing that and being that fucking conservative. Because I'm telling you, like after like the only two series that were bad in that first half of that Bills game were like the two first ones where it's monsooning out and they threw 3 fucking times the first series. I forgot what happened the second series, but it was a 3 and out, I think. And then they were fine after that. They figured it out. That second half came and Hurts is dropping back. He's like eyeing down one fucking guy. It just I already knew you could tell when they're starting to revert back to their fucking old ways. You could tell immediately. And after like 2 drives in that second half of that Bills game, Jesus. Just fucking insane. It's insane. You know? Bobby with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Says, hey, Joey, remember what they did to us last time? Punked us, wore black in that regular season game. It's payback time, Big Dom. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's funny. Like, I see all these NFL shows saying last time the Eagles played. I'm like, bro, like they're always talking about they're talking about the Brock Purdy Hassan Reddick hit. I'm like, that's not the why is everybody bringing up that game? That's not the last game that the Eagles played against them. Like they're trying to make it a narrative that the 49ers want some big time fucking revenge. They got their revenge. They made us look like fucking like. I mean, the biggest issue between 23 to 25 is that you went from Sean Desai to Matt Patricia. Your defense was just incapable. Your defense was the worst as it's been. It was bad. Like, that's the big difference between 23 to 25. Like, that fucking defense in 23 going through 2 defensive coordinators and your fucking defense checked out. Yeah, the 49ers wore black to that game. Big Dom fucking defending Devontae Smith. I mean, Big Dom defending himself was like the momentum fucking changer for that game, and that still didn't fucking help us. You know what I mean? Crazy. They said the win percentage says it works, so that's it, but everyone is miserable. Need a real football coach to work with it. I feel like that's why Nick seems so relaxed. He just gets handed a punch card. I don't know. I don't know why Jeffrey Lurie allows him to do this. This is every other year. Like, why is it every other year? Like, after, like, the Eagles are like, fuck, Brian Johnson's horrible. You know, Jeffrey Lurie has a big talk with the fucking coaching staff. Then they hire somebody outside the organization that has experience, and they win a Super Bowl. And then after the Super Bowl, Nick gets fucking cocky and says, I'm going to promote someone from within. I don't know. The Eagles, this is why Doug Peterson was fired. This is the same reason Doug was fired. Doug was fired before the 21 season with his plan going into that offseason pretty much saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to promote Press Taylor to my OC and promote Matt Rule for my DC. Two promoting from within moves. And Jeffrey Lurie fired him 3 years after a Super Bowl. I don't think this head coach is safe, in my opinion. I don't think he's safe at all. 59 wins, great. You know, like, he's got statistics for it, but it's almost looking to the fact now that this fucking roster is carrying his ass. Or if a good coordinator can carry him, a 2,000-yard running back can carry him. Stone cold wide receivers can these stone cold killer wide receivers can carry him. This quarterback can carry him. You know what I mean? So Jeffrey Lurie like fired Doug for the same reasons what Nick has been doing every other year. So I'm really fucking confused. I'm really confused. You know? But we'll see. We will see. Essay with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. He says McDaniels for OC, bringing his offense. I don't know. Yeah, the problem I have right now is so if you strip Nick of this power to get rid of his philosophy and not rely on his philosophy, then what happens then? Then why is Nick here then? Like Nick is going to make a salary as a head coach to just walk around and have press conferences? Like what does he do if they strip him of this power? You know what I mean? That's what I don't get. I don't get the whole process of allowing Nick to hire his own OC. I don't get all these process. I don't get the process. The same shit that Nick is doing is the same shit that why he fired Doug in the first place. I mean, I don't. I have no idea. I wish I had the answer. What up, GG? Says, let's go, Joey. I'm pumped. We're all pumped. I'm excited. I hope they fucking destroy this team. Nate says, McDaniels is another analytics guy. That's a computer telling a computer how to play football. He says, he's been carried. He's been here over paid cheerleader. Yeah, and it's just like I made a video this morning about, hey, if the Eagles, what if the Eagles are one and done? And all these comments that are coming in, and I appreciate everybody's opinions, but why is everybody giving it so much hate? Like, why is not looking at it from a positive perspective and then a negative perspective? Like, why is that a bad thing? Why is everybody have so much fucking tunnel vision? I mean, what are you going to do? We're going to wave our fucking pom-poms and say the Eagles are going to blow out every fucking team. And how many times have everybody fucking said that? Every fucking game of the season. And guess what? They haven't fucking done that. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I got to be real. I got to say, how are you not afraid that this offense is going to revert to their fucking conservative bullshit? You know? Like, when it comes to the downage and distance and picking the specific play or having a sequence of plays that helps your quarterback make the offense fluid, it's like they're almost like taking a bag of plays. Patulo's putting his hands in the bag. He's taking out a play and he's just running it to run it. This is a guy just said a week or two ago that they ran the football to run it. You know what I mean? On top of a loaded fucking box. You know? I just don't get the tunnel vision in that. Alfred said, no, Nick has to manage the staff players. He doesn't need to have a scheme. Well, then they got to strip him of that power and be done with it because it's not working. If he didn't have the roster that he has offensively, the play call, he couldn't make a mediocre team even look valid through a regular season with that type of play calling. If the Eagles didn't have this defense right now, I don't know what the fuck this we wouldn't be in the playoffs right now. The Cowboys would be in the playoffs right now. The Eagles would gotta think of it that way. You know? Gotta think of it that way. Essay, what's going on, buddy? So, yeah, I feel like Nick connects with the players. He could be paid to be the head coach and take all the bullshit, but the OC brings the offensive scheme. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I feel like he should be completely out of play calling. Should be completely out of play calling. Or sorry, or scheming a fucking game plan for the week. You know. Nathan says, "Why can't you say that looks terrible? It does. They haven't fixed it. Stay positive. How? Yeah, I'm like, look, like I'm positive I'm positive to the fact that they have a playoff game. I'm excited they have a playoff game. I'm excited to like see what happens. There's excitement into this, but I got to think of it from both sides. Sorry, I hold this team to a higher fucking pedestal. I hold them a lot higher in my heart because I expect more from this team. You know what I mean? You want to hire Patullo from a promote from within promotion, that's fine. But he's been here 5 fucking years, passing game coordinator. But the passing game looks absolutely awful. And what has he been doing the last 4 to 5 years with this team? I have no idea. No idea. And if Jeff Stallin's the run game coordinator, why isn't the run game working? I understand there's execution issues up front. The offensive line hasn't been the same. I get all of that. Okay, I get all of that. The offensive line has fucked up tremendous. The worst offensive line we've seen in a lot of years. Okay, we haven't seen an offensive line play like this in a while, and having protection issues in a while. So I know that's a part of it too. Executive culture coach. Oh man. Our phrase is Joey. Remember, Nick was brought here to coach Wentz and pure pocket passer. He knows to coach pocket passer QBs. He's got stuck with Hurts. He doesn't know how to coach an RPO QB. Well, let me tell you this: Nick Seriani was an offensive guru, apparently coming to the Eagles, right? So when he was with the Colts, he didn't call the plays with the Colts. Frank Reich called the plays with the Colts. Okay. Yeah, and he had firm play calling his first year in Philadelphia, and guess what? The Eagles were 2-5. He had to hand the play calling off. To Shane Steichen. So simple as that. Tanner McKee's a pure pocket passer quarterback, and look how he looked. That's totally wrong. That's not even right at all. Look, I feel like I was watching Jalen Hurts in a different body when I was watching McKee on the field in that Commanders game. That's how bad it was. I don't care if he didn't have starters or any. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even fucking matter. That Washington defense is one of the worst defenses out there, and they have so many injuries on that fucking defense. Like, there's no excuse for it at all. No excuse. Van says we complain because we care and wants what's best for our team, with nothing wrong with that. Well, a lot of people think there's something wrong with that. When I complain about shit every fucking day, people think I just want to hate on the team to hate on it, and that's just, that's just what it is. Arthur 26, come on, Joey. The whole point of this thing is to root for the team, good or bad. I am rooting for the team. Who's not rooting for the team? How am I not rooting for the fucking team? How am I not rooting for the team? I'm here. I've been here every single week. Okay, when I criticize something, I want to be better. Just like when I criticize a fucking movie, a TV show, I want it to be better. They could have done a better job. Like, if I'm not saying anything and I'm just like positive every fucking, I don't have tunnel vision like that. I don't. Like, if you want to watch other content creators that are just positive all the fucking time, we're going to blow out this team every fucking week, wave their pom-poms in the fucking sky, then go watch them. Because I'm not like that. I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit at all. I know they can win. They could win the NFC. They could win the NFC championship game. They could fucking win the Super Bowl easily this year. The problem I have is that I don't know what offense we're going to see on the fucking field. I have all the faith in this defense. This defense is going to fucking do a great job. As long as they're not hung out the fucking dry for a half to 3 quarters, I'm good with that. You know? KP stinks but can't do anything about it. Well, yeah, obviously. I'm not looking for him to get fired right now. Like, I'm not. I want them to prove themselves. Prove yourself that you want to that you could be the fucking coordinator next year throughout this fucking playoffs. I don't see a head coaching job for KP. Why is Stefanski with the Browns? Why the fuck is he getting? Why is he getting it? Why do people want him? Why is he getting fucking interviews, but KP's not? Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, why is KP with the fuck as a head coach already himself? He's already getting other head coaching jobs, and KP's not getting head coaching jobs. I mean, come on now, why not? Brian Johnson didn't have a fucking head coaching job. Brian Johnson didn't interview for a head coaching job. You know why? Because everybody knows what he is to this offense, besides Nick. It says Nick's approach is to play for specific players, not making space for everyone. If the plays weren't for specific players, it wouldn't look so obvious. Yeah. When you have certain motion, or if you don't even have motion at all, when the running back is in the backfield fucking motioning inside, going outside, I already know that fucking ball is going to the running back. Like, there's shit that I could even see from a mile away that's predictable. Your offensive line is fucking hurt most of the time because your offense is predictable, because these fucking defenses are getting a quick fucking get off because they know what's happening. When you play out of shotgun, you don't have, and especially you don't have the running game going, you still run play action, but for play action to work, the run game needs to be successful. So why run play action if the run, you know what I mean? There's just shit that's not, there's just some shit that makes no sense. How Crooks is some Eagle fans in here soft as hell. Oh, it's not even like I don't like, everyone can have their opinion, but like, you're not gonna tell me, like, you're not gonna fucking tell me to, like, I need to be more fucking positive. Like, that's what I can't stand. Like, there are people out there that act like, people just feel like just because we're in the playoffs, like, we're just gonna, like, I hope they completely look like a brand new team. And that's the probability percentage of that happening is not fucking high. Okay, it's not high. Can they win games in the playoffs? Sure. Are they going to keep teams fucking close? Are they going to keep them around in these games? Until they build their confidence. And I don't want to choke a game away this year. I don't want to choke another one. I can't even count how many games they've choked this year already, or almost choked one or the other. Jason, you can see even the talking heads like Kurt Warner and Bill Cowher are like, you're going to make me talk about Nick. He gets no respect if you pay attention. He's a winning head coach. I mean, he's a winning head coach. You look at his statistics, 59 wins for the Eagles. I mean, 9 playoff wins in 4 years. Yeah, it's good statistics. It's fantastic. But, this GM is the main reason why this offense is what it is the last few years. Between the drafting process, your fucking offense, and what you have on this team, it's unfair. So when you have other than not having Mekhi Becton, some bad offensive line play here or there, I mean, realistically, it's the same fucking offense as last year. No, he doesn't need to be fired to get a head coaching job. There are guys that have interviews going into the playoffs. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be fired to get a head coaching job. It's not true at all. That's wrong. That is wrong. Fucking what's his face just got fired from Arizona. Just got fired from Arizona. So, what the fuck's his name? I have forgot about that guy so much. I have forgot about that guy so fucking much. Someone help me out. Why am I having a brain fart? Or DC from 22. Yeah, JG. Yeah. Gannon. No, Gannon did have a scheduled interview, which he did that. But there was other stuff that happened besides the interview that wasn't allowed. There are plenty of coaches that are in the playoffs, get head coaching interviews, they go for the fucking interview, and they go back to coaching. It happens a million times. Halfway career, losing to the Cowboys the way they did in Niners same season is a fireable offense. Nick's job is on the line. You're trying to erase JG from your memory? Yeah, that's probably why, yeah. 100% most likely. I said another problem, we are blessed with technical 3 wide receivers that could be a number ones. It's like everyone has to get a fair share, so Nick makes specific plays for them instead of say throw to who's open. I forgot what game it was where we distributed. It wasn't the second Giants game. Maybe it was the Raiders game, like when they were distributing the ball. I'm not saying that everybody look, every game, like you're going to have some matchups that work where Devontae Smith will have barely any catches or barely any yards, vice versa with A.J. Brown. Like it's going to happen that way sometimes. But then you have these games where you distribute the ball so well that everyone's getting a piece of it. I mean, yeah, Devontae Smith is the number 1A, 1B. A.J. Brown, 1A, 1B. Dotson could be a 1B to a 2. You know what I mean? Like, you have 3 first-round talents at wide receiver, and because you don't get this run game going, I think this 49er, this game on Sunday, this run game, that tackling that the 49ers did on Seattle was horrible against the wide receivers, against some of these running backs. They had a hard time tackling in that game. The Eagles got to get this run game going like quick, as fast as possible, and I think they can do it. But I agree, though. It doesn't. It's hard to distribute all the time because you don't want to forcefully distribute because you feel bad that a player doesn't have statistics in the game. Like you have to go through your mismatches, see what's there, and I think you'll be fine. But before we continue the stream, here's a word from Polymarket. If you use a sports book right now, you are getting robbed. Delete the app right now. Polymarket just ended their scam. On a sports book, once you're in, you're trapped. They lock the cash out button. They block you from placing trades. And if they do offer cash out, they punish you with awful pricing. My favorite thing about Polymarket is you have control over everything you do. You could buy in whenever you want. You could sell out instantly. No permission, no penalties. You could trade before kickoff, mid-game, or with seconds left. I'm looking at the Eagles 49ers wild card weekend. Hopefully the Eagles do not stay sloppy in this game, get the win, and advance in the playoff. With the regular sportsbook, you have to pray to God that nothing bad happens. You can sell your position immediately, you can lock profit, and you can walk away even if the game is far from over. And to me, that's pure strategy. Right at your control. Polymarket is legal and available nationwide in all 50 states. And if you download the app using my link in the description to sign up with my custom code SHAKE72 and a free $10 inside the app. Don't feel hassled and forced to lock in. Have control in the palm of your hands with Polymarket. Okay. I don't know why my chat has to reset. So dumb. Let's see here. Wait, was Fangio with us in 23 or did he come in 24? Because I remember having Deshaun the bum decide. Yeah, no, we had him in 24. I don't know if that was being condescending or yeah, he came in 24. Fangio was technically here in 23, but he was a consultant for the offense to help the offense on looks on the defenses that they were facing. So he was a consultant for us in 23. No, there's 22. When was he a consultant? 22? 22 he was, right? Yeah, he was. It was 22. Sorry. I'm confusing myself. Arthur says, listen, I respect it, but if that's how you're going to feel, you're going to have to stay on that side when we win. Oh my God, but nothing personal. I don't get the whole stay on that side. Like, I want them to win. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, what is the stay on that side? Like, I just watched that. Like, this offense hasn't proved to me that they can sustain 4 quarters, but I have to stay on this side. I haven't said a million times during this stream that I want this team to fucking win, that I know this team could fucking win. This coaching staff holds this offense back. How many fucking games did they choke away this year? Like, what is the stay on the side bullshit? I get going. I'm not on any side. I'm not on any side. I don't get that talk. I don't like. I'm not even mad at the comment. I'm not even mad at you, Arthur. I'm just like why? Like, I don't get why people say that. I don't get it. God, bro. Like, the fuck is this? You know, like, sometimes, like, I'm so, like, honestly, sometimes I'm just sick of covering this fucking team because this fan base is getting worse, like, every fucking year. Every year it's worse. Man, like, back in, like, 2016 when nobody was around, like, everybody didn't give a fuck about what they said. Everybody respected everybody's opinions. Everybody was real crucial of this team. Was very critical of this team. Now it's like, Jesus. And look, I'm not going to be that guy. If the Eagles lose this game, if the Eagles lose this fucking game, like, I'm not going to be like, ha ha, like, I told you so. Like, I'm not going to be that fucking guy. I'm just going to say that the signs were there, you know, and it sucks that this happened. I'm not going to be like happy that, oh, I was right because they lost. Like, I'm not that type of scumbag. You know what I mean? Halfway quick, I really feel like the Eagles are going to turn up in the playoffs. Good. Like, I have nothing against you saying, like, I have nothing against anybody saying that they're going to do well. I hope they do. I have no issue with that. I have, like, no issue in that. I like positivity. It's great. I'm glad people believe that they're going to fucking, I hope this fucking team destroys everybody. I know they can. You know? Who says Philadelphia has the worst luck coaches: Seriani, Patu, JG, Brian Johnson, all the Sixers coaches: Brian, Brown, Doc Rivers, Nick Nurse, Phillies coaches: Girardi, Thompson. Shit is awful. Arthur, so he can't have a different opinion. Oh, look, it's not. Look, you know, like, there's shit that I've come around to. Like, did I like when the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts? No, I fucking hated it. I hated it. And probably a million fucking Philadelphia Eagle fans hated that pick. People will lie to you if they say they fucking didn't, you know? Like I said, like, there's positive nature to this game, but there's two sides to it as well because of a pattern of games that we've had this year and, that just haven't looked great, you know? I don't have to take no fucking sides. You know why? Because I've been covering this team since 2016. Almost 10 fucking years I've been covering this team on YouTube. I'm on the fucking side. I'm on the side of supporting this team, but I'm gonna point out the shit that I don't fucking like. If people don't like that, then that's their problem. You know? Joey, when you start your gaming channel again? I already have it up. The Joey Slash channel. There's a link in my there's a link in the description to the live stream. You'll see it at the bottom. Appreciate GG. Jim said, you're saying what everyone's thinking, Joey. People get mad because you're not telling them what they want to hear, but you're just being realistic. And they don't have to agree with me. Like, nobody has to agree with me, and that's fine. But nobody fucking tell me how to think. Like no one's telling me how to fucking think or fucking act or what to support and what not to support, or I'm not a real fan because I don't think this and think that, you know? I'm never gonna fucking do that. James Sitter says coaches show up team will be just fine. Call a complete game. Yeah, I hope they have one. They need one, and it should start on Sunday. It should start on Sunday. What's your thoughts on the KP press conference? When do you have one today? I don't even know. I haven't looked. I looked at Devontae Smith's locker room one today, but I don't think I looked at any others. I don't watch. I watch KP's press conference. Like I get nothing out of those press conferences because he just tells us like what's happening. He doesn't give us really any answers on anything. So I watch, but if he had one today, I haven't watched it yet. If one was on today, you know. Oh, yesterday, I might have not watched it. I'll be honest, I probably didn't watch it. I didn't see it on my feed. Maybe I just missed it. I didn't watch it though. It's like, oh, how, you know, it's like this type. It's like he gets asked a question like, you know, Saquon Barkley, this run game needs to get going. Like, how do you get him? How do you get Saquon Barkley going in this game? And he'll be like, "Of course you want to get Saquon Barkley going in this game." You know, it's just that's how he fucking answers shit. You know, like shit like that. It's just I can't. You know, um, how he says some of these fans turning into cowgirl fans with their delusion. Shit's crazy. Yeah, you know what? I think this team being more. I think this team being more successful now. Like people just I don't think people know like the ins and outs of I don't think people really know the ins and outs of like you got to think of what has led to this point from like 21 to fucking 25 and the pattern of shit that happens over the years. People just think of it as the 1 year and they don't think about the coordinator. They just stay like, we're going to the playoffs and, you know, time to be positive and don't say anything bad. And, you know, and they completely forget the fucking pattern, dysfunctional bullshit work this offense has put out for us this entire year, you know? Hold on. James, you can't listen to Patootie or Nick. They sound ridiculous. That's true. Sorry, Wednesday he had it. Hertz was yesterday. Yeah, I saw the Hertz one. Okay. I don't know if I even watched the Ken Batul press conference this week. I mean, what am I getting out of that press conference? I mean, realistically, for my brain and like taking time out of my life to listen to that, what am I getting out of it? You know? And if people are talking about Seth Joyner, I love Seth Joyner. I love Seth Joyner. I do. Pause, but I do. He's most realistic, uncensored, you know, he's not a clickbaiting fucking asshole. He just speaks his fucking mind post game, pre game. He speaks his mind on. He'll throw anybody under the fucking bus. He'll call out whoever he's got to call out. But he's not doing it just to do it. He does it because there's a reason to talk about it. Love Seth Joyner. Probably my favorite. Probably my favorite. That's the only type of stuff from Philly media I actually watch is Seth Joyner. That's it. Simple as that. I don't watch anybody else. What's going on, Winston? At this Jose says, "Yo, I at this point, if I'm Jalen, I'm calling plays. It's the playoffs. It's no point of running a play that everyone knows it won't work. Jalen should audible and call games from the line. Yeah, that's what I love. Yeah, I forgot what game it was. He called like 7 audibles and like 7 or 8. I mean, he did it a lot. I forgot what was it. The Bills game? What fucking game was it? I'm trying to remember what fucking game that was. Um, Yeah. How is it, Joe? Do you listen to Seth Joyner? I like how he covers the Eagles, doesn't sugarcoat shit, call out the Eagles for their poor play. Yeah, yeah. I always watch him. Always do. No problem. And he's played the game. And he was here the old fucking Eagles team. You know, like he's been here before the rules fucking changed. Like he knows like before these players were fucking pampered, these pampered millionaire fucking pussies. Like that guy knew how to fucking that guy sweat bled for this fucking team. Played hurt, didn't give a fuck about anything. This guy's part of the old fucking ways of the NFL. Like, and that's a perfect voice that you want, and he makes sense on everything he says. Arthur says, I just say that because I can't stand people that didn't believe in us celebrating when we won the Super Bowl. Everyone did that last year. I didn't do that last year. When we got into the playoffs, I literally didn't have one bad thing to say. Going to the Super Bowl, I didn't have one bad thing to say. I literally said nothing bad about this team. I said, I was really cocky going into the fucking playoffs. I think what? Jake Elliott was missing some kicks. I mean, he missed like I think 5 kicks, I think 4 to 5 kicks in the playoffs. In the Super Bowl, he made every single one. I was cocky as fuck going to that Super Bowl because I knew how good we were. I said, we are unstoppable. Like, we are fucking unstoppable. Like, it was just, we were just too good. I couldn't even nitpick at anything. That's how good we were. You know? So you're right on that. Like, and I know because there were channels out there that were talking a lot of shit about Hurts. And I mean, it's just what these guys do. It's just what they fucking do. When there's a reason to shit on somebody, then make it a reason. Don't just do it. Just you want to rile up the fucking Eagles fan base. It's how you fucking get your fucking clicks. It's how you get it done. The team is playing good. You put out a fucking controversial fucking statement, and everybody fucking runs to that statement to tell you off. Like that's how it is. That's how it is. I'm gonna fucking go to my girlfriend's house on Sunday. I'm gonna fucking root for this team. I'm gonna fucking be probably pissed off. I'm probably gonna be happy. I'm gonna fucking support this team as much as possible. You know? Howard Crook said we was cocky last year come playoffs because of Saquon. That defense, the passing game was a question mark. Mark, let's not act like it wasn't. Well, the passing game, there was issues with the passing game before the bye week, a little bit after the bye week. I thought they tightened up pretty well with the passing game. I didn't really have a big issue with the passing game too much. Your run game was great, and your defense was playing at a high level. So, post bye week, your defense tightened up and gelled together, and but I mean, I went into that playoffs last year with no fucking issues, really. I didn't have any issues at all. So maybe I was delusional last year too because I was so positive about it, but that's how I felt. I feel how I feel, and that's it, you know. You know. They says the playoffs last year were a huge relief from the same shit that was plaguing us last year. Except we had a run game. Yeah, true. When it says you think Bigsby gets more carries based on Seriani praise, no. I don't think he plays in the playoffs at all unless Saquon gets hurt. All the snaps he had in that Washington game, the finale regular season game, like he had a lot of snaps. I don't think the Eagles ran in the fourth quarter. I don't even think the Eagles ran in the fucking fourth quarter of that fucking game. I don't think they did. You know, AJ was reading a fucking book. That you and Nick defending KP, but buddies never leave each other. What? Fuck is this? This was 2 days ago. Nick Serriani on Kevin Petula. I thought, I saw he talk. I didn't watch his. I didn't even watch Nick's press conference at all. But I actually saw this. I think, and I just didn't like fucking read it because I just didn't care. It's probably why. Nick Serriani on Kevin Petula. I thought. I thought he did a nice job of handling everything that's come his way, staying mentally sharp and staying mentally tough, because I know there's always going to be criticism, and you're probably not. As offensive coordinator, you might not get as much praise, but you're always going to get some criticism. But I think he's done a nice job handling that. I think that we've done some really good things, and we're getting better as the season goes through. We got to be more consistent. Obviously, there's always been times of coming out of every game. There's going to be calls you want back. He says that all the time. Players are going to have plays they want back. He says it all the time. I'm going to have decisions that we talk through or throughout the week or during the game that I'm going back, and that's the nature of this thing. Really, that's so vague. That's so vague. That's so vague. It's just like this is what these are your offensive coaches saying this shit. Like this first paragraph he just said like he did a nice job. He said it like 3 fucking times. That's it. Like after the going to the Raiders game, what was it? Nick was gonna work closer with the offense. So what? I mean, that's why I don't get it. It's so confusing. It's so confusing. It was to the Raiders game. Nick was going to be working closer with the offense, be in more on the meetings. Nick Sirianni then I mean I'm trying to like then we played, I forgot what game we played where Nick said, "Oh, well, Petula called a good first half and I should have been more involved in the second half." I'm like I just, this is the shit we're talking about. Like shit like this, like reading this just gave me the biggest fucking headache. It's on us. It's on everybody. It's, there's calls that he'll want back. There's calls that, like it's just, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. He says this shit every week. Every week. How can Howie and Lurie let this continue to go on week after week? Aren't they seeing what everyone else see? Like that's like this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, I mean, you see it in the comments. I think he's put some better plays in the game. He has zero feel on how to call a game. 100% correct. Worst 3-and-out percentage, high hitch route usage ever. No ability. Fire his dumb ass. We've done some really good things. TIL scoring 3+ fewer PPGs than any other Sirianni offense, leading the league in 3-and-outs and hitch routes, looking like the offense was designed by a blind man. And you know what I mean? And you're telling me there's nothing to worry about going in the playoffs? Like, come on now. This like people are seeing this shit. It's a joke. It's a joke. I hope they fucking massacre everybody in the playoffs. But this is what your head coach said on fucking Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it was. Howie says, "What's your prediction for the game? You think Eagles win easily? PR dogfight?" No, they shouldn't. Are you telling me if like the Eagles are on their shit for 4 quarters? Yeah, they should brutally massacre this team. Yes. The 49ers didn't want to come to Philadelphia. If the 49er fans don't even want to deal with coming to Philadelphia at all. I mean, look at what are all these guys too negative? Like, you know what I mean? This is absurd. This prevent offense is unstoppable. This is why I'm at the end of my rope with Nick. Offense really gotten better. What KP has done outside the fact that script is good opening series, which is usually collaborative effort everywhere I've coached. Fire them both. Nope. Soon as season's over, Petula is gone. I want 95% of the calls back. What? Sirianni got to go. Like, and we have no reason to fucking worry about shit. And we have no reason to worry about shit. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. You know, David says if the Buffalo Bills fired their head coach, would you consider him as an offensive coordinator? They're not firing. They're not firing Sean McDermott. That guy will never. Joe Brady, like he should be getting a head coaching job soon. Joe Brady took over in what 23. Joe Brady took over middle of the season. He took over middle of the season for I think in 23 for the Bills, and they still went to the playoffs. Nate says Mike ain't great. Appreciate anyone else, but analytics guy that had one good year and got Jalen's counterpart to a perma killed. Nate says laughed my ass off, but you're negative one, huh? Forget about it. Yeah. I'm saying it's like it's all there. It's all the proof is in the fucking pudding. It's right in front of our faces, but you know. That's where I'm at. That's where all this is. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We're gonna watch. We need to root for the Packers tomorrow night. We got to root for them tomorrow night, and then yeah, we got to do our thing on Sunday. Got to do our thing on Sunday. So, be a big game tomorrow. Big fucking game tomorrow. It's not us, but trust me. Trust me, if the Packers win that game against the Bears tomorrow, there's going to be a lot more excitement for this game on Sunday because potentially they could play again at home in round 2. You know, Packers are kind of beat up. Starting quarterback hasn't practiced in a couple weeks because he had the concussion and stuff like that. And I think they just rested him the last week. So, yeah, 8 p.m. game. Nick Foles should be the offensive coordinator. Yeah. Nah, he's too busy with his fucking podcast now. Too busy with his podcast and shit. So, yeah, I mean, the 49ers, like, their defense is pretty. I mean, their defense, Bosa's not. Obviously, Bosa's been out for a while. No Nick Bosa. This Renardo Green just ended up on the injured report. One of their starting corners is out with a foot injury now. So they could be down. They could be down a starting cornerback in this game. On his second, I think he was drafted a year ago. I think he's played every game I think this year for San Francisco. Linebackers are a mess. I mean, you have Eric Kendricks, Kaiser White that they just signed. No Fred Warner, obviously. Their other linebacker ended up having a season-ending injury. Halfway quick with the super chat. Thank you for that. Thank you for being so generous, my friend. Niners fans try to make this a rivalry. Like, bruh, nobody thinking about y'all like that until you beat us in the NFC Championship game. Knock out our starting QB and proceed to whoop our ass. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. They embarrassed us the last time they were here, obviously. And I hope that doesn't happen again on Sunday. So there should be a way better game going to the link and getting this done. Quarterbacks get hurt. That's what happens. Brock Purdy got hurt in that game. And we had to face Josh Johnson. So it is what it is. It is what it is. They didn't have enough on the bench. So they're the main reason. The 49ers are the main reason from that 22 NFC Championship game. They're the main reason why the new rule is you could, I think, dress 3 quarterbacks on game day now. Because they had a big, you only dress 2 quarterbacks for that game. You used to. So I'm not afraid of, it's not even a rivalry because, the 49ers have been doing their own thing the last couple years. We've been doing our own thing the last couple years, so that's a team, the 49ers, that's a team that's going to change. They have no Ayuk, obviously. He's been out. Ricky Purcell has a knee ankle injury, so he just missed his second day of practice, so he might not even play. They're hoping to get to the NFC Championship game so Fred Warner can come back because he's already starting to be on the field right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. See what happens. I can't play this because I don't want to get striked on it, but thought it got shot. It was an egg. It actually shattered the window. Fortnite college fans said the Eagles fans threw an egg at the bus and it actually broke the bus window during. Oh God, whatever. Fucking care. I don't even pay attention to news like that. I could fucking care what that guy has to say. I don't care what that guy has to say. So, don't dress the Rocky statue and don't fucking show these videos of these. What's it called? They had like a charter fucking flight or some bullshit. They showed some type of other video of them doing shit. So you start doing shit like that, you come to the stadium, like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? So it's just, you know what to do. Like, is Jalen sort of calling it like it is? I mean, it's subtle, but he know the problem. Yeah. Jalen knows the problem. And every time, like that second half of that Bills game, I could tell he just looked very uncomfortable in that offense. Like he looks like he doesn't even want to fucking run what the hell they're giving him. And that really sucks. I appreciate that super chat, by the way, halfway. You know, I'm glad playoffs are here. Eagles gonna go all the way. I feel. Hey, good. I hope they do. Hope they do. I don't want to have another heart attack game on Sunday. I don't want to hold like a fucking 13-point lead and keep these teams hanging around until they get their confidence, and then then we're playing into the last fucking minute, the last second, the last play of the fucking game. I hope not. I hope so. It'll be a lot of excitement. Be a lot of stuff. I want to let everybody know in the chat. I know there's not a lot of people here. There's like 57 people here, but I want to let everybody know that I do appreciate all the support you guys have given me this past year. This year has been a really rough year for me. A lot of shit has happened this year. It's been it's been a up and down rough year. So I want to thank everybody for the support and always watching the content, whether it's positive or negative, and to let everybody know, a few people have ordered merch from the Shakedown site. I don't have the link for it anymore. I do have a link. I'm just not putting it up. The Philly Shakedown. I just talked to Omar. The Philly Shakedown merch is not going to happen anymore. We are shutting down the site because he's got other stuff to do. We're not really selling merch anymore now, so we are going to be done with all that. So we're done with all of that, and the shakedowns obviously are not happening the rest of this year. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm ready to go. Tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll probably have a video out middle of the afternoon, probably early afternoon. I don't know. I was gonna make a video for tomorrow tonight, but I just don't feel like doing shit today. Honestly, it's just one of those days. We'll be back on. Saturday. I'm gonna watch the game, chill out, do some shit. And we'll do our thing. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Shakes.